Here we are given a parabola with the vertex at -1 and 4. Vertex. See, if the question explicitly tells us the information for the vertex, that means we should use the vertex form to model this parabola, right? Make sense? Yeah. So let's use the vertex form to model this parabola. Okay, let's go. So vertex form goes something like this, right? With y on the left side of the equation, x on the right side of the equation with the square right here, meaning we are dealing with a quadratic function, right? Cool. Now, and then the a here is the leading coefficient for the parabola. Okay? Cool. Now, vertex. So this vertex information should be able to tell us the information about something here and something here, right? So let's go. So for this vertex, the x-coordinate is -1. Now if you want to make this statement look something like this, with a bracket having x inside, we are looking for a value here, right? Would you say that means we have to move the number to the same side as x, and we can put a bracket around the statement, right? So let's do this. X. Now, -1, if we move to the other side of the equation, that becomes +1, right? And now the rest of the equation, we just have 0. And now we can put a bracket around this whole thing. And that's gonna be the information we want to put down here, right? Yeah, so inside the bracket, what do you see? X plus 1. So inside the bracket, we just put down x plus 1. And that's done. Okay, so the x portion is done. Now let's take care of the y portion. So for the vertex, the y coordinate is 4. And let's do the same thing. Move the number to the same side as y. So +4 moved to the other side becomes -4. And this side of the equation we just have 0. And now we can put a bracket around this, right? And now we can put this whole thing right here. So inside the bracket we have y minus 4. Inside the bracket we have y minus 4. And now this portion of the equation is done. Okay? So now how do you determine the value for the leading coefficient? Well, there's still one information we haven't used. So chances are this will help us find the leading coefficient, right? The information about this point. Okay? So let's go. Guys, what does this point tell us? What information can we get out of this point? Well, this point is basically telling us that for this quadratic function, when x equals -3, the corresponding y value is 12. Okay, and guess what? These are the values we will plug into the equation to find the leading coefficient. Okay? So here, x value, we're going to plug in -3. Here, the y value, we're going to plug in 12. Okay, guys? And let's try to solve for a. Okay, so now, left side of the equation, we have 12 minus 4. We get, let me use another color. So, left side of the equation, we have 12 minus 4, we get 8. Equals, a is the value we're trying to find. Now, this side, we have -3 plus 1, we have -2. And don't forget, outside we're going to have a square, right? Cool. Now, a equals -2 squared. Guys, negative squared, we get positive, right? Positive of what? 2 squared is 4. So we have 4a. Okay, guys? Now, to solve the value for A, we simply divide both sides of the equation by 4. And that way 4 cancels out. So at the end, A equals, A divided by 4 is 2, and that's it. That's the value for A right here. Okay, guys? So at the end, for this quadratic function, for this parabola, the quadratic function is right here. Okay? Left side of the equation, we have y minus 4 equals, guys, what's the value for A right here? A is 2, right? So A is 2. So we put it right here. Now bracket, inside the bracket we have x plus 1. And don't forget about the square to show that this is a quadratic function, right? Now to fully write this as a vertex form, we simply have to move the constant to the other side of the equation, right? So the vertex form is y equals 2 bracket square inside the bracket x plus 1. And now move negative 4 to the other side of the equation, we have positive 4. And there we have a beautiful equation in vertex form. Okay? That's it. So now that you know how to work with this, right? Next time you can actually do this kind of question a lot faster, okay? You can just go like this, guys. And what color should I use? Let's use blue. Okay, guys, check this out. Next time, you can approach this kind of question a lot faster if you do this. Check this out. For the x-intercept, for the vertex, the x value is negative 1. Now, if you want to put this value inside the bracket for x, negative, guys, you got to remember, you got to go opposite. Negative, then when you put it inside the bracket, you got to go positive, okay? And the value is 1. See, negative 1, go opposite. Put it inside the value, put it inside the bracket, positive 1. Yeah? Now, same thing works for y. Check this out. For y here, for the vertex, the y value is 4, right? Positive 4. Now, go opposite. Remember, you got to go opposite when you put a value inside the bracket. So now, positive 4, if you put the value inside the bracket, you got to go negative, okay? So positive 4, if you put it inside the bracket, you got to put negative 4. See, a lot faster, right? Save you a couple seconds right there. Okay? Yeah. Cool.